Hey credit warriors, welcome to the show, and this just turned up on my doorstep a couple of days after I applied for the card. You can see extremely urgent, and this is none other than the American Express Business Platinum card. Super impressed that it arrived so quickly. And in this video, we are going to unbox the card, and we'll also go through all of the numbers. I'll show you exactly how much value I'm going to be getting out of this card this year, so you can work out whether it would be right for you. But first, if you like the idea of getting the latest credit card and personal finance tips and tricks almost every day, why not consider subscribing to my channel? It's free, it's really great, it would mean a lot to me. Oh, thanks. So let's get into the unboxing. Now, as you can see, I did already open the exterior envelope. I had to hide all the addresses and stuff, but let's go ahead and unbox this interior box. So the card is displayed beautifully in this little holder. Welcome to Business Platinum. Elevate your business and your travel standards. Then there's this kind of secret compartment underneath. This little leaflet takes you through most of the benefits that you need to enroll in. And then you have these cards that introduce some of the benefits too. And then you have this other compartment here that houses all of the boring stuff, card member agreements, etc. So now let's get into why I applied for this card. Now this card does have a $695 annual fee, which is a lot. So you do really need to be sure that the card is going to be worth it. Now the first thing I did before applying for this card was to cancel my Amex Business Gold card, which has a $295 annual fee. Now, I was using that card pretty much exclusively for gas because it earns 4 points per dollar on gas purchases, okay, at US gas stations, as long as that's your biggest spending category. But when I looked at my spending for 2022, I realized I only spent approximately $2,400 across the whole year on gas. Compare that with other spending categories like restaurants and grocery stores, where I spend about $8,000 at each. And that spending went on my personal Amex Gold, which gets 4 points per dollar back in those categories. But spending $2,400 a year on gas, even at 4 points per dollar, even if you value the points at 2 cents a piece, it only works out at a value of $192, which doesn't even cover the annual fee. So I decided to cancel. I really got this card for the bonus of 90,000 points last year around tax season, used it to pay taxes, got the bonus. But some cards aren't really worth keeping after the first year, and for me, the Amex Business Gold fell into that category. And since I saved $295 because the annual fee was just about to hit, I could thus justify another card with a high annual fee. Around the same time, I received this mail-in offer for 150,000 points for spending $15,000 on the Amex Business Platinum. Now, there have actually been 170,000 offers around, but I couldn't find that offer recently. I possibly could have got 150,000 plus got my wife, maybe 30,000 if I went through a referral. So maybe I screwed up, but whatever. I was so excited about this offer. Look, you're pre-approved, except on the other side it explains you're actually not. But yeah, I was so excited, I just went for it. And I'm probably going to owe about $20,000 in federal taxes and maybe another $10,000 on state and local taxes. So for me, spending $15,000 on the card should be easy. And if you didn't know, you can pay taxes with a credit card, either through the 3 official providers on the IRS's website, which each charge a fee of just under 2%, or through services such as Plastic, which is a service that can turn any bill into a credit card payment. Basically turns credit card payments into checks that are then sent to vendors. Plastic originally used Silicon Valley Bank for their payment processing, and we all know what happened there.
A rough week for the banking industry.
The collapse of Silicon Valley Bank. The second biggest bank collapse in U.S. history.
But they fortunately have now secured new payment processing partners. They sent me an email and they have a blog on their website explaining the situation. But apparently even payments that were scheduled with Silicon Valley Bank will actually still go through because of the FDIC bailout. Now, Plastic does charge a 2.9% fee. So for most people, the IRS's official payment processors will make the most sense because their fee is lower, just under 2%. However, for me, I still have 63,000 fee-free dollars in my Plastic account that I acquired through doing referrals to Plastic. So in other words, I can spend up to $63,000 for free, which means I can make my $20,000 federal tax payment for free. However, as of very recently, Plastic no longer accepts American Express. A viewer pointed this out, so I actually re-uploaded this video to correct the mistake. So actually, I won't be able to use this card with Plastic. I will have to use the card with the IRS official processors and pay a 2% fee instead, or I could use another app, Melio, which does a similar thing, also for a fee. More on that at the end of this video. So I will be getting altogether 150,000 points for the bonus once I hit the spend requirement, and on top of that, 30,000 points for spending $20,000 on federal taxes, and that is because on the Business Platinum, any purchase over $5,000 earns 1.5 points per dollar. So let's give you a value on those points. If you value them as cashback, because I have the Charles Schwab Amex Platinum as well, I can actually cash them out for 1.1 cents per point, which gives us a value of $1,980. However, if you transfer the points to airlines and then book premium cabins like business class, first class, etc., normally they're worth at least 2 cents per point, so that would give us $3,600 in value. But then there is an annual fee of $695. However, that is offset by a load of credits. So next, I'm going to show you which credits on the Business Platinum I'm going to be able to use and offset that annual fee, and thus how much I actually have to deduct from my value in the first year of having the card. But first, if you have an Amex card or any other credit card for that matter, you have to check out the sponsor of today's video, Max Rewards. It's an app that I personally use to keep information on all my credit cards in one place, even if my cards are from different issuers. I can view transactions, balances, points, miles, cashback balances, all in one app. There's also a welcome bonus tracker that you can use to keep track of your spending when you are trying to get a big sign-up bonus, like the one with the Business Platinum. The app is particularly useful if you have American Express cards, because if you get the Pro version, Max Rewards Gold, it'll actually activate all your Amex offers in your account for you, so you never miss a deal. Like sometimes I've been out, I've done some spending somewhere, and I come back to find an email saying I used an Amex offer, like this one from PetSmart when I bought my cat. Activating all of the Amex offers in your account then actually triggers new offers to be added that you never knew existed. I like to call them phantom offers, and thus they save you even more money. You can get a free month of Max Rewards Gold with my link below, or you can just download the app and check out the free features. So the annual fee on the Business Platinum is $695, same as the personal card. But similar to the personal card, there are a load of credits, not quite as many as the personal card, but there are still some, a load of credits that you can use to offset that. Let's show you the ones that I will use first, and then talk about the ones that I won't. So we have a $120 a year cell phone credit that's split into $10 per month increments. Now, the first thing I did when I got the card was actually go and change my Google Fi phone plan payment method to the Amex Business Platinum. And yeah, I know $120 a month for 2 lines is kind of on the high side, you know. Probably someone would suggest I should get Boost Mobile or something, but it is really useful. You can use it in any country, okay? It's like unlimited data, unlimited calls and data worldwide, something like that. I never have to worry about getting a SIM card in other countries, etc. I can just use my phone anywhere. So it, you know, gets rid of a big headache. So I'd say I get the full value out of that. So far, we've saved $120. Next, we have the Dell credit for $400 per year for purchases from Dell Technologies or directly from Dell.com, and that is split into $200 every 6 months. Since Dell has hard drives, and I do need to buy at least 1 hard drive per year to archive all the files and projects of my YouTube videos, I will probably use this at least once a year to buy a hard drive, but I don't think I'm going to use the whole thing. So I'm going to assign $200 in value for this, which brings us up to a total saving so far of $320. Next, we have the Airline Credit of $200. Now, this credit is actually very hard for me to use since I have the One World Ruby status, which gets me free checked bags, it gets me free seat selection at the time of booking and priority boarding, and you know, things that you might otherwise pay for. The only thing it could be useful, perhaps, is buying food on board American Airlines flights. I believe now the mask mandate is over. They're selling food again, but upon further investigation, I found the selection is pretty lame and it's only on flights over 1,300 miles. So that's probably a dud. But you could use it to buy Admirals Club day passes at $59 per person. So I probably will end up using it for that. However, I don't really assign full value to that because going to Admiral's Club, it basically saves me spending perhaps $30 per person going to a restaurant in the terminal, okay? So I'm going to assign half value for the airline credit. So that gives us $100 in value and $420 in savings so far. Next, we have the Adobe Credit. Now, this one I had high hopes for since I use Adobe software to edit all of my YouTube videos. However, it is only valid for a more expensive business version of Adobe Creative Cloud, and there would be no point me getting that because actually even with the credit, I'd end up spending more money for it rather than the individual version that I've got currently. So this credit adds no value to me. Next, there is the $360 Indeed credit. This website, Indeed, it's a place where you can advertise jobs and hire people and stuff like that, and it's split into $90 per quarter. I won't get any value at all out of it because I don't run a business that needs to constantly hire new staff. I've actually only hired one person, and I got to know that person just through people in the local community, so I was able to hire someone just by word of mouth rather than having to use a hiring service. So that one delivers zero value for me as well. Then there's also a TSA Pre/Global Entry credit. I already have Global Entry from the Amex Platinum. I guess I could use it to get Global Entry for one of my kids, but I wouldn't do that anyway, so I'm going to assign zero value to that too. Then the last credit is the Clear credit, which I already have from the Personal Platinum, and I've never managed to use it. FYI, it's a service that lets you speed through airport security. I've never even managed to activate it because I've never been at the airport at a convenient time when the lanes are actually open. So that is zero value for me. And thus, the total value for all the credits is $420 for me, all right? $420. I think there's a joke in there somewhere. I can't think of anything. Maybe Elon Musk could.
There's tobacco and marijuana in there. That's all it is.
Anyway, if we deduct $420 from the $695 annual fee, that gives us an effective annual fee of $275 remaining. We then need to deduct that from the value of the bonus to show you the value I'm getting out of the card in the first year. So if I was redeeming points for cashback using the Charles Schwab Amex Platinum, it would be $1,980, like we said earlier, minus $275, which gives us $1,705. If I were to redeem points by transferring them to airlines and get 2 cents per point in value, that gives us $3,600 in value, so minus $275 takes us down to $3,325. And I went through the entire video thinking that plastic accepts American Express and thus my payment would be free, but as of February 10th, literally a month ago, it doesn't. Crazy. Just 1 month out, and it doesn't accept Amex anymore. So my tax payment will cost 2% through the IRS official processors, which will be $400. So deduct $400 from those two totals, which is a total of $1,305 in value for a cashback redemption and $2,925 in value for a points redemption. So a good amount of value, whichever way you do it, although me personally, I will almost certainly go the points route for higher value. Whether this card will be worth it beyond year one, though, is going to be very debatable. So look out for a "Is the Amex Platinum still worth it in 2024 video coming out early next year. All right, guys, that is the video for today. Don't forget to get a free month of Max Rewards Gold with my link below. Please subscribe to the channel if you're new. Leave your thoughts in the comments, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.